Alright guys, Advent day number 5. Today we have the Double Punk, the postmodern classic, better but amplified. The beer that started it, amplified. So not only large can, 440 instead of 310, sorry 330, so 110 extra mil, but it is a lovely 8.2 alcohol by volume. So for most of you that are wondering, that would be similar to most wines, Prosecco's, that sort of thing. I would expect it to have substantially different taste from the standard punk ale because, well, it's double alcohol, that gently affects some things. Today we're going to be drinking out of our Zero Foxtrot Stein. These are lovely when you're lazy for beer, has a handle, handy. Also, it's a particularly bad day and you need a lot of coffee, you can get a substantial amount on in there. So let's get this poured on in. And the subject we're going to go over today is sleep. Sleep is one of these things that is, everyone knows it's super important. We also think we get enough, we all think that we're doing just fine, but quite often what we find when I start talking to people is that their sleep, it's one of those things that they just either don't get enough of, or they get it, they think they're getting enough, but they're not getting quality sleep, so they still wake up tired. But anyway, before we get to that, like I said, it is similar notes to the Punk IPA, but it has a little bit more of that bitter taste to it. What you'd expect with a high alcohol, but anyway, you need to be careful with these suckers, I would imagine. 8.2 will sneak up on you. But anyway, back to sleep. Very great for tea. Right. Couple of things. If you wake up tired, chances are you've not had good sleep. And if you consistently wake up tired, chances are you've had good sleep. And we know the things like the cool room, we know taking the excess light out with blackout curtains at eye mask, we know noise pollution, that's the things like earplugs and all that sort of stuff can help. The blue light filters on your devices, not having the telephones and all that sort of stuff out before going to bed. For most people that's not realistic. What I would recommend you do though is that you get that setting put on your phone where that blue light filter comes on automatically without you having to think about it. So if you are messing about on your phone, you're getting a little bit the benefit, you're not getting that stimulus going on the brain. But a few things that some people, especially coming up to the festive time, might not be considering when it comes to their sleep. Okay, guys, you should be waking up happy, hungry and horny more often than not. So if you're not waking up happy, your sleep's generally off. If you're not waking up hungry, then chances are your eating's going to be off. If you're not waking up horny, I think we all know what that means, then chances are hormone balances are off. Ladies, it's a little bit harder to tell those things, but generally they mean the same. Okay, you're not going to be quite as horny as the guys in the morning, unless you're really lucky. Alright? But that can be a marker. If you're not happy, hungry and horny when you wake up, then you know some things have to change. Well, they don't have to. You can make the choice not to change them. But we would recommend that you start looking into some stuff and be smart when you're looking into these things. So, with the festive times, let's think about these things. If you're not waking up happy, right, your sleep's interrupted, it can be stress. Okay, so you can be trying to work more to pay off or worrying about paying off those gifts that you're buying for everyone. It can also be your sleep's getting interrupted more because you're not getting to bed at your normal time, not getting up. So you just have to be aware of what your sleep pattern normally is and don't let it drift too much. Over lockdown, we've seen a lot of people who were having to get up at a set time, then didn't, and that drifted. Then they weren't sleeping as well, they weren't feeling as good. Knock-on effect. So general rule of thumb, try and get up at a similar time every single day, even if it's different days off, stuff like that. So in other words, you got a day off, don't burn it down, then get up super late and expect to be able to get to sleep. That's going to have a knock-on effect. You're going to have to be smart with how you adjust those sort of things. We can help you, that's what we do, we're health coaches. So if you need more help with that, get in touch. Another thing is, high amount of alcohol before bed will interrupt your sleep. Okay, so naturally your body's going to process alcohol out before anything else. So if you have alcohol in food, your body's going to process the alcohol before it will the food. Okay, so if you're having something that's 40% alcohol, most spirits there, you are going to be getting up to pee. General rule of thumb. Okay, so limit that amount. Make sure you're hydrated over the course of the day. Don't wait until last thing at night to down a litre of water so you don't have a bad hangover the next day. Make sure you're drinking water over the course of the day so that when you have some water to kind of offset that hangover for the next day. And if you don't know that trick, make sure you drink water to offset your hangovers. Then you're going to be getting up to pee a lot, or you're going to be getting the signal to pee a lot. You might not be getting up, so you might be interrupting your sleep without you realising. Okay, so that can be that one. We will go over the hungry and horny on later videos, but we know alcohol is part of the festive season. Don't kick the arse out of it. Be smart with what you're doing and consider the quality of your sleep when it comes to the other side. Let's put it this way, down 3 or 4 of these 8.2%, and expecting not to have to get up to pee during the night is unlikely. Enjoy.